Your phone go out, everything go out.
Yep.
And that's what happened to me. And I ain't had nobody's phone number, and you might not get it back in. And you ain't gonna have nobody's phone number.
Yeah, because some of them new phones, like once they crash and you try to reboot them, you don't get none of those numbers back. You don't get none of the numbers back.
Numbers don't come back?
No, they don't come back. They lose them. I just found that out the other day. So I gotta write your number. I don't know your number about her. I don't know nobody's number about her. I don't need nobody.
Yeah, but when that time come, when the dollar collapses and stuff, all right, these pastors in the churches, because they leave with the government under a 501c3 charter tax exemption. Basically, they receive whatever money tax-free that they receive from their congregation. All right, but under the government, they can't teach certain things. That's why they don't preach against homosexuality and all that stuff, or certain other things, because they know if they do, they will lose that tax exemption. All right, and they can get sued. Okay, that's why when you had a few pastors down here in Charlotte, you had one that said something about lesbians. And the next week, he was like, "Oh, I apologize," because they put him on blast, and then they threatened to sue him.
Yeah.
You know?
And they sued because he said it.
Yeah.
They still suing him.
They still gonna
He's disrespecting me.
All right, but these pastors in the churches, they gonna start pushing their congregation into taking this.
Yeah, because it's about money.
It's about money. Because it said you can't buy or sell unless she had this.
Yeah.
All right, now, but it's a judgment if people do take this. Okay, I'm gonna read that.
I ain't doing that.
It's Revelations 14, verse 9. It says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image," all right, the beast talking about basically America with NATO, all his allies in them, all right. Basically, that what they got something called like the New World Order, all right. You can look that up, all right, on the computer. It says, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in their forehead or in their hand, talking about this, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Basically, they're going to receive the judgment of America, which is getting pelted with ICBM thermonuclear missiles. All right? Because when John was speaking about the lake of fire, okay, he wasn't talking about a subterranean place under the earth that's called hell. When you look up the word hell, it just means the grave. When you look it up in the Old Testament, or when you look it up in the New Testament, it's mainly two words in the New Testament. It's Gehenna, which that was the Lord used as a means to like a similitude or imagery of how the destruction was going to be. Because the place he was talking about that they called Gehenna was a place where they burnt trash at, right? Which was a place back in the ancient world where they actually were sacrificing babies during the time of Jeremiah. They was worshiping Molech and Baal. But during the time of the Lord, it was a place where they burned trash and stuff. So when he would describe the magnitude of the destruction, because that place would be continually burning trash, you see the smoke, you see the fire, you say about hellfire, he's talking about that. Gehenna, which was imagery of the destruction.
What about you said something about nuclear? What kind of stuff?
That nuclear fire or the missiles that these nations been creating, they're gonna be used to be shot at America to destroy this place. Okay, they're gonna shoot America. Yeah, they're gonna shoot America. America's gonna receive the same fate as that of Sodom and Gomorrah. It's only when you read the Bible, it's only two places out like that's compared to Sodom and Gomorrah. That's Edom. And then it's Babylon, okay? And when you do research and history, the ancient Babylonians like Nebuchadnezzar and stuff, they didn't go out in fire, okay? And people still dwell in there, and that's over there in like Iraq, okay? That Babylon is going to be destroyed in the fashion of Sodom and Gomorrah. They're talking about a miracle. Because the word Babylon just means confusion. And this is a place filled with confusion, all types of confusion, man. On every level. So the Lord gonna see this place, man. That's why we out here. We out here to warn them about not taking this, because this is detrimental to your health, literally. If you take it, you're gonna be part of that. All right. And to wake them up to the truth that the Lord, this ain't the Lord. So if the Lord don't look like this, all right, then that means some doctrines that's connected to this is not true. Okay? And that the judgments of the nations, they gonna have to pay for what they do. And the Lord gonna see them. So we out here, that's basically our main thing. Push the word. All right, whoever receive it, may the Lord bless them. If they don't receive it, well, that's on them. My hands are clean. You know, that's the main thing. Yeah, because the scriptures speak about this war being with fire. This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. It says,
So America's going to shoot 5% over there, and they're going to shoot back.
yeah,
Basically.
Isaiah 9 and 5. It says, for every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, conventional war. All right, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. This war that's coming up is going to be burning and fuel of fire. Nobody never heard of a whole country being destroyed by fire. That's why these people, they scoff at us or they mock us when we say certain things that America will receive judgment. By these nations, they've been shooting, sending their drones. Like, for an example, America just been bombing crazy Pakistan, right? Recently in the news, the Pakistanians are basically protesting against America, saying that they need to stop shooting missiles on them. Now, Pakistan actually possess thermonuclear missiles, ICBM intercontinental ballistic missiles of nuclear capability. Them, India, which India backs up Pakistan. You got Iran, right? The Arab Brotherly. You got Russia, okay? And Russia done warned America multiple times recently with that Syria incident. When they went in there and talking about they was gonna flex on Syria, they was gonna make war with Syria, and then Putin, the Russian president, was like, nah, if you do that, then it's gonna be on. And that's what we moving towards. And recently in the news, both Russia and China have openly spoken about shooting missiles on this place. Alright? So just in this year alone, you had North Korea threatening to shoot this place with missiles. You have China and Russia threatening to shoot this place with missiles. Alright? And Iran, they still, even though they got a new president in there now, he's still working towards developing nuclear.
Even though they're talking about disarming them, he's trying to. He's still. That's what they was saying.
How long was he there?
So it's about to get real out here, man. And a lot of people, they gonna be caught off guard, man. A lot of people. It's gonna be terrible, man. All right. So I mean,
So what should are y'all Christians or?
now, according to the Bible, true Christians, yeah. The people what they worship out here and they call themselves Christians, no, they're not real Christians. They're pagans because they worship this image.
That man up there.
They worship this image. They worship Mary. Basically, all that so-called Christianity that's out here in the world, it goes back to the Catholic Church. If you're doing any research on the Catholic Church, they're all into wickedness. They rape little children.
Right.
Okay, I don't know how many times a priest is gonna fondle
A damn boy.
molest a little boy or girl, and then they just gonna move them to another place. It don't work like that. And then they actually worship that dude, man. As the Pope, they think he's God, the Father, or something down here on earth.
Yeah.
And they pray to figurines and angels. That's that whole doctrine in there is going on. So all this Christianity that these people think, well, I'm a Baptist, I'm a Presbyterian, all that stuff, they actually still worshiping the same things that they follow in the Catholic Church. They just deal with one part of whatever they teach in there. They just emphasize it.
What kind of church y'all go to?
This is the church right here.
Oh, the church is in here.
Yeah, we the church.
Oh, I know that's right.
Okay. All right, because the Lord, he ain't dealing in them buildings with them pastors in there.